when husband drinks a lot, expresses anger by throwing things and sometimes raising the hand. Nature very calm and nothing as such, easily emotional, cries easily, weeps alone sometimes. Thermal, ambithermal. So this is a repertory chart we did. What do you think? What could have been given? The most common medicine, what do you think?
Bronchitis.
Correct. Graphitis LM1 I prescribed and I failed miserably. Eczema increased. See, I like to share my more failures because I feel the more I share failures, I learn a lot. And it helps others also to learn, because in spite of learning from more than such big stalwarts, I have seen only one thing: no one has one shot prescription at one time. It's very rare times. Always the second prescription gets the corrected because they work hard on that. So this is ultimate truth. Whoever might be the doctor in the world, this is the fact. So being on yourself, you can think that it is not like every time you'll hit the jackpot all the time. You have to work hard for it. So I gave graphitis and eczema got worse, aggravated by heat and emanated by tight bandage, fluid discharge after scratching, no bleeding, burning after scratching and pain after scratching. I prescribed petrolium, the next corrected remedy, as a carbon group. And it didn't help again. Eczema got a slight better, but burning sensation was very, very marked and the patient was literally in agony that, sir, please help me with burning. I cannot tolerate this burning. So I prescribed, because applying water, there was lot of burning sensation as well. It should be better. But there was extreme burning. So I prescribed the most hot remedy. I gave sulfur. Sulfur LM1 prescribed. And the third follow-up, eczema got better, but the burning after scratching is still worse. Now what to do? So I was scratching my head. What remedy in our Metra Medica has more burning than sulfur with this kind of eruptions with appetite intolerance? There comes to the rescue sulf iode. The most hottest, iodine is the most hottest in Metra Medica plus sulfur. So when after giving sulf iode, LM1, that I repeat, LM potency is BD, twice a day for 15 days, 30 days, we give like that and gradually we scale up. Then after 1 month, I scale up to sulfur iode 0/2 and eczema got better. Why sulf iode? It first of all is a complementary remedy, swallow sulfur. Skin disease obstinate like it was, weeping, itching intensely, eczema of arms and legs, dark, red, swollen. This is what Pulford Metra Medica writes, and you can see the forward. So it gradually taught me a lot about these remedies, because I was the same like you, no? I thought graphitis like you told, but failed. What to do? How to overcome that? This way, actually, you learn more about Metra Medica when exploring different remedies when you're connecting with the patient. Come up next, CKD, chronic kidney disease. 1.5 months back, patient experienced uneasy feeling, weakness. Consulted doctor who prescribed medicine with saline. There's no improvement. Admitted to a hospital. Treatment, slight improvement, but nephrologist says that there is no other treatment available. You go for transplant. His CKD, his creat was 10. 15 days back, yes, 10. Experienced pain in lower abdomen, left-sided, improved after taking injection. So he comes to us, suffering from CKD. Yes, he was totally, see, what I observe, I don't see CKD, I see what the patient is telling in front of you. That is most important part. Observe the patient, observe the eyes. Otherwise you won't find this when you look at the baby, cannot bear to be looked at. How will you find out? Unless you examine the eyes of the baby. So you look at the eyes, his behavior, his position, what he sits, how he is respecting you or how he is behaving you, how he is inquisitive, asking questions, lot of questions. That actually replicates his anxiety as well. Doctor, will I be get or no? Should I go to the, should I take the opinion of other doctor? Should I visit? I took this falana doctor and I visited this and this specialist has refused me. Sir, what you can do? Can homeopathy can solve these cases? So this all actually replicates the anxiety to get better. Next, so symptoms came up: vertigo, rising after sitting and lying, body ache at night, massage, heart pressure mls, Urine clear, cannot control urination, frequent urinate, urging to urinate 6 to 7 times at night, thirstless, and there's a white spot, that's pityriasis. Past history jaundice, hydrocele, UTI, family history, elder brother, diabetes, hypertension, and diabetes. So, in this case, he had a habit of drinking alcohol since teenage, and he used to consume a lot of cannabis. Thirstless, desire chili, spicy food. Urine clear but frequent urination, nails brittle, perspiration scanty. Dreams 15 days back, snake bite dream. Uneducated, married, now calm and silent, avoids talking sometimes, less talkative, only focused on work. Anger and rude behavior after drinking alcohol, polite with enemies after health disturbance. So once he got to know that he got CKD, after that he's very weak now. So he don't have that much energy to fight and say anything. Nervous in crowd, like watching TV, likes bathing daily. So this is not relevant. Okay. Thermal, ambithermal. So this is the repertory chart. We took up the symptoms. What do you think? What should be the remedy? We should give gingerbread. We should give solid ivo along with it. We should give alpha, so he will revive. Is it? Acha, tell me, what is the entry point of this case? Ailment from? Ailment from? Anxiety. Ailments from? Abuse of alcohol. So, tell me which remedy has that stimulant desire? Answer? China, sir. China has coffee family. They love stimulants. So we started China 30 BD 1 month, water dose. Second follow, vertigo, body ache reduced, pain in shoulder and lower back remained. Liver enlargement, it was palpable. Vertigo same. In the next follow-up, we continued China 30. Vertigo got better, weakness reduced, and shoulder also, knee pain also got better. And then we increased to China 200. And this is the pathological reports. I'll show the reports as well. So we started with 10.4, we landed up 3.2 in span of July, August, November, December. This is the reports. And the remedy was only China. That's it. So I don't use any tinctures because I have used enough in my early practice and I found out that this is not the treatment to be done all the time. No, this is my theory. So there's nothing like, it's my experience that I have failed in biochemics and mother tinctures, so I've stopped using it. But I have early days, I have tried a lot and I found a drastic failure, so I've stopped. So I practice with only one remedy, and if I have to give, I give intercurrent as Nosur. And for that, I gave great thanks to Dr. S.P. Day, who was a direct student of Dr. Donald Fobister. In his book Tutorials of Homeopathy, there's so many gems points, so many points. If you read that book, you'll get to know what is the importance of nosodes and sarcodes in our practice. And today, when you have so many autoimmune conditions due to suppression of lot many causes, nosodes come to the rescue to clear up the cases where you get stuck. It might be osteoarthritis as well to help in OA cases. But yes, they play a significant role. So, case 5, chronic cough. It's a very simple case, cough since 3 to 4 years. And this case came on a health camp. Dry cough, 7 to 8 paroxysms, headache due to cough, nausea caused by coughing, throat pain due to coughing, aggravated by cold weather, rainy conditions, and emulated by drinking warm water. Past history typhoid, craves hot food, thirst 2 to 3 liters, tongue clean, desire pani puri sweet. Even if he don't find anything, he takes sugar. So much of sweet craving. So we should think of argentum nitricum, right? Aversion, bitter gourd, sleep sound, mind, anger when self-respect is challenged, scolding, egotism, lot of ego, fear of ghosts, easily emotional but not prone to weeping. Thermal, chilly. This was the small repertoire. Agreed? What would be the remedy? Lyco. So we gave Lyco. So no need of discussing because we know this is a clear-cut case of lycopodium. So let us come to the follow-up.
क्या नाम है?
सिर्फ संदेह है।
अच्छा क्या हो रहा था?
मेरे को खांसी हो रहा था, करीब करीब हो गया मेरा 4 साल 5 साल। एलोपैथी खा खा के मैंने थक गया पूरा। एलोपैथी खाया, आयुर्वेदिक भी बहुत कही है, बहुत कुछ खाया। और कफ सिरप तो पर डे लेता था, पर डे लेता था, लेकिन फिर भी उससे ठीक नहीं होता था। और कुछ दिन ठीक रहता था, फिर हो जाता था, फिर कुछ दिन होता था, फिर ठीक हो जाता, फिर हो जाता था। लेकिन मेरे को होम्योपैथी को भरोसा तो नहीं था, लेकिन अचानक कैसे बोलते नहीं है कि जब ठीक होना रहता है तो कुछ भी मिल जाता है। उसी तरह से कैंप लगा था आपका एग्रेशन भवन में राउरकेला में, तो लास्ट डे लास्ट मोमेंट मैंने पहुंचा, तो आप ही ने मेरा ट्रीटमेंट किया था, तो उसी से जस्ट आपने एक फाइल दिया था, लेकिन मेरा आधा फाइल में ही ठीक हो गया। उसके बाद तो और जो आधा फाइल बचा उसको तो कैजुअली मैंने लिया।
अच्छा अभी तक कैसे?
अभी तक तो खांसी तो मैं भूल गया कि वो खांसी, वो जो कफ सिरप ला के रखा हूँ, कफ सिरप भी पड़ा हुआ है।
कैंप तो लगभग 3 महीने पहले हुआ था।
3-4 महीना हो गया।
अभी 3-4 महीने से
3-4 महीने से एक बार भी मैंने खांसा नहीं है, लेकिन अभी जो ठंड पड़ रही है तो थोड़ा बहुत हो रहा है, तो उसी के लिए ले जा रहा हूँ, नहीं तो पूरा ठीक है।
And he came after 3 months. And we repeated and he got better. Last case, renal calculi with PCOD. Female 32 years old. Ultrasound shows left kidney small renal calculi 3.5 mm and right 3.4 mm, 3 to 4 mm. Both ovaries and last edematous, and pouch of Douglas shows small amount of fluid. Chief complaint: renal calculi localized to left lower abdomen, pains on waist, more on left side. Pains feel like wound stitching pain. Empty stomach aggravation, after food also aggravation. Pressure ambulates, bending forward ambulates, lying on abdomen ambulates. Past history: chickenpox, measles, jaundice, fracture, lipoma surgery, 2 CS deliveries done, UTI, asthma. Family history: my father, mother, elder brother, maternal, everyone DM, diabetes. And physical generals: she desires warm food, can tolerate hunger, thirst 4 to 5 liters, desires non-veg, sour food, perspiration heavy, more on neck, sleep sound, lying on abdomen, like covering always. Mind, anger easily, short-tempered, company desire, close to husband, easily emotional, easily weeps, likes organized, punctual, fear of doing something wrong, fear of someone being upset with her. Towards what? This is a repertory chart. What do you think? What is the remedy of? Very simple case. Anyone? Colosseum. This is a report before after. In just 1 month you can see. In 16th April, this recent case, all clear up. Lycopodium. Why? Because ये तो right sided है ना, left side में कैसे दे दिया? When you see the picture clearly, or you feel like that has 4 to 5 points matching with that, just give the remedy. Don't be in so much of confusion, because, sir, with due respect, regarding the provers, if I like to speak, how would he know his right or his right, and today we think left and right? So how we can be so much sure? Because always there are exceptions. When you see, how can you be confident that okay, left to right नहीं होता, right to left नहीं होता? Lyco में तो है ना, right to left and left to right. So how does it matter now? So why we are biased with that? Acha, tell me one thing. If you think Colosseum on the Rustox is majorly of left-sided sciatica cases where motion emils. Suppose it fails, then what remedy you think? Sir? No, sir. Rustox, if fails, sciatica pain better by motion. Left side. Typical Rustox-like like picture. What do you think? This I have learned from my own IPD cases. When we take up cases inside our head, when a patient is admitted in your hospital, it's just upon your head. You have to make sure that patient gets cured and goes from the hospital, right? So this has helped me to learn a lot. Valeriana, motion enamel, right? Now you will think Valeriana to right side is so. Restoxo diya kaam nahi kiya na, what to do? I have to make sure that that patient get cured. That case was cleared up with Valeriana therapy. That's it. Likewise, if you see, Kaliard also has that nature, motion ML, right? But Kaliard will abuse in pain, either the family and this. Abusive. Kaliard becomes abusive due to pain. The same goes with Plumbum. Plumbum also scolds a lot when he's agony and during pain. It curses. So this way, it can help you to learn Materia Medica. You have to see the true picture, and it comes when the patient sits in front of you. Suppose patient comes with trigeminal neuralgia, simple, acute pain, and he's been keep on. It's just doing, keep on doing, because trigeminal neuralgia cannot speak in pain. What symptoms will ask? This is an observation. What is this? Tell me. Drawing air inside mLs. Tell me the remedy now. Sir, aapko. Miserium. Now, miserium is wonderful remedy for neuralgic pains. We know that. So you cannot categorize it. खाली terminal में देना है या neuralgic pains after herpes zoster. It has lot of pains of even miserium has bone pains, and miserium has lot of weeping tendency. If you read from Clark, I think humor, weeping, it's more of very pulsatilla kind of picture, but more of hypochondriacal miserium. So I'll show you more. I have got few more treated cases just to show you, to boost the confidence of students, because I was told that we will have lot of students, to just boost the confidence that yes, homeopathy can help you in these all conditions. And more than that, this is the case of hemorrhagic cyst. You can see, I think many of them seen, because in Instagram I share a lot of cases and everything of my, even before after just 20 minutes what we are doing, we have shown the efficacy of homeopathy around the world. You can see this 50.8 mm cyst, 1st October 2021 and 10th October 2021, the same radiologist, it just disappeared. We take up the case, and we get this was my fastest cure ever, because myself cannot believe a 50.8 mm cyst can dissolve in just 9 days. And it was diagnosed as almost dermoid cyst, and she was referred to a surgeon, but the patient chose us to help. And remedy was given in LM potency frequently, and it got treated in just 9 days. Until now the girl is absolutely free, and she was just a 13-year-old girl. Like in urticaria cases, you see, this whole thing you can do in your clinics. You can show the efficacy right in front of that patient, and then there you will believe homeopathy works so fast. And now I'll choose homeopathy as the first choice of treatment. This way. This you see before urticaria. He was cold water ml. What do you think? Epismel. Give LM. After 20 minutes you see. After 12 hours you see. Done. What else you need in your life? Being a homeopath, you should be proud of yourself that you can do it in minutes. This is the case of viral warts. You can see just almost 1 month, you see. These are most stubborn warts. Doesn't go easily. But you know, you'll surprised to know the only one remedy, which is the most common remedy which is being used, it is solved by that, and that is antimonium. Am I doing something extraordinary in my hospital? Everyone can do that. It is most simple. The problem is that we are more confiscated with our own theories, and we just get lost. Open Materia Medica, see in front of you what the patient is telling, correlate and prescribe. Simple. Ganglion, what do you think, what remedy could have been used? I give Ruta only. Ichthyosis, this case, eczema, chronic eczema, this case, we gave one constitutionally, we gave sulfur, LM1, and you see in just 30 days. Ichthyosis, most stubborn, this was given, petroleum. It took a lot of time. This you see, severe urticaria with, when the lips get swelled, what we call? Correct. And what could the remedy? This you can see large blotches. Where it is written in mathematical large blotches? Epismate. Bartholin cyst, Thuja. Canker, syphilinum 1 dose. RA, this was given constitutionally. Chronic CKD, sir, this case was solved by Naxwami. Was a lady. Triad was 7.8 and came down to 1.5. That's. Diabetes 8.2 from 5.4. From 8.2 from 5.5 without any allopathic medicine. The diet control and homeopathy. He was thinning and thinning like anything, and Uridine nitricum failed badly. I retook the case. I asked him, tell me the history, and he shared all his story, and it turned down to a grief. Now tell me. Thinning plus grief plus thirsty. So I'll make it more simpler. Acid forces chili and the hot remedies. Natrium muriatic. Thin, thirsty. If you read Boger's synaptic key, what is written? Natrium muriatic. This you see, this was of a homeopathic student only. Psoriasis of earlobes. Tried sulfur, basilinum, everything. But this taught me one remedy, named as Ticurium verum verum. Psoriasis of the earlobes. This prostate and last, 51 from 34. This was prescribed on it was a structure of remedies which I have followed in this because of the chronic UTI infection, and which has led for first prescription that was always Medorin. And I started in LM. Face spots you see. What remedy? You give causticum, you give Dalcamara, not working. Now, what to do? Please, sir. Sir, definitely. But there is a remedy called Ferrum picricum. If you read face leukoid warts, that comes to the rescue. Ferrum picricum in 1 month and see the magic. Mesenteric lymphadenopathy, the most common problem with all the children. Why? Because of their ill habits, what they consume the food. Homeopathy is the first choice to that because they are in so agony, so much of pain. But don't worry. If you see the modalities, you see the aggravation, LSMC, just prescribe on that. No wonder it could be Colossian, it could be Macphos, it could be Diascoria, it could be Belladonna. In acute pancreatitis cases, generally you see no relief, you give atropinum sulf and you fail. Then it's written now in hearing, atropine sulf, right? You fail. Because we have treated a lot of cases, so we have seen what has happened actually. We think of atropinum sulf, it's so far. But you know, a simple dose of belladonna in LM potency can help, or in centesimals. Atropine तो वो भी है ना. But we think of more rare because rare is very important in food. So, osteogenesis imperfecta, you can see effect of homeopathy. Gallbladder polyps, uterine fibroid, syphilis, negative. AVN, this was the best case of my life to see. It took almost 1.5 years, more than that, to regenerate. You see what homeopathy can do. And I know many homeopaths take a package for treating AVN. 20,000, 25,000 treat AVN. Why? If you treat well, you'll get a lot of patients like this one. Post-COVID, you have seen a lot of patients coming with AVN. Why? Correct, sir. So which remedy you think of? You might have think of few cases. There is a remedy called cortisone. to help you or help the constitutional medicine to work. That's where the role of no source output comes. So next IBS, bile duct stricture, mucocil, tongue wart. Now this case is very interesting of my practice. Why I brought this today, because I'll show again failure. I gave thuja, I gave causticum, no improvement. Again I was searching what remedy could have helped. Then came to rescue. There's a remedy called Auramur in the Metra Medica. And when you read, it is written tongue wart beneath, and you find this. And this what happened. You see, it was almost very big and may turn into malignancy, but before that we saved him. OA. OA, you can see this, of course, along with homeopathy, physiotherapy is also advised, and also the need functional support is also required in OA cases. This is how you can manage OA. This is not that only homeopathic and medicine can give this or create a gap into bones. This is not possible practically. So this way, what homeopathy can help. So by ending with a quote, the similimum curative remedy releases reactive power strong enough to re-establish harmony, which in turn is capable of sweeping away almost any morbid condition, by Dr. C.M. Boger. I believe Art of Case Taking by Pierce Smith is one of the gem book. Each and every student should read that. Every. Defective Illness by Pierce Smith, Art of Case Taking by Pierce Smith, Elizabeth Wright Hubbard, Catherine Coulter, Donald Fobister, Marguerite Blackie. These people were working in Royal London College of Hospital, Homeopathic Hospital, and they have treated more grave illnesses what we see now. And so beautifully. So these all books should be on desk of each and every student, so that no student has to run places to learn. Only he has to see patients more in the OPD, the college OPD itself, and then he can gain a lot of confidence in his prescription. Used to get good guide, otherwise nowhere. Because see, even if I am learning, I am also learning from somewhere, right? So I am learning from the books as well, and I am working on that. And that way it's giving me more immense confidence to prescribe the right remedy to the patient. I'll tell you, arthritis of arms and hands, nowhere you will find, nowhere. The only remedy is Calcarea hypophos. Arthritis of arms and hands. Marguerite Blackie herself was suffering from that. And I got a case of this, and I prescribed the same. And she got cured completely. So, how I have learned by myself by exploring. Boss ka boss kaun tha? Boss ka boss kaun tha? It's not like chela chapatis you read every day. Who was the boss? Hahnemann. Hahnemann, then who was the closest friend of Hahnemann? Correct. Bonnie Hussain works, Boger collected works will be eye-opener to you to practice once you go through all the Boger collected writings. And this all was experienced when I learned with my master guru, Dr. Pradeep Gupta sir. And he has beautifully explored me a new way and showed me a lot of things, and which was very helpful in my practice, and I'm very, very grateful to him. And Boger collected works, Bonnie Hussain, you read that. You know, Allen used to criticize Kent like anything. If you don't know, you read the history. He don't like Keynesian approach, whatever. So there's a lot of things. This is my book which is released today, and before May 30th you will be able to get it. In this book I have presented 40 cases of my practice along with Metra Medica insights. This is a group which I run since almost 3 years up now. Let's discuss failures to all the students who struggle. And this is a free group. We discuss whoever fails. So this group name is Let's Discuss Failures. So you can join in Telegram. My podcast, which I have discussed anything or everything about acutes. Thank you so much. And I hope I did justice. Although I know everybody was tired hell enough since morning, and unfortunately my session was at last. So I hope the session, you liked all the sessions, and it was a very wonderful, energetic day today. And really thank whole organization, especially healthcare professionals. Thank you so much for inviting me. Hope to see you next time all. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your outstanding knowledge with us.
Mike.
Now, I request Dr. Vikram Sarif to come stage and speak few words about the session.
Thank you, Dr. Jitesh Sharma. Always the last things are the best. The people who have stayed back for the last, people who have taken back a lot of knowledge in treating the cases with, generally they are supposed to be either treating for a long time or they are classified as incurable cases in many ways. So in that way, I thank Dr. Jitesh Sharma to give us an eye-opening kind of a session. One thing I would like to add, whenever we, as a physician, we need to have certain things, attributes as a physician, and we need to develop those attributes. I always feel we need to have minimum 3 attributes, and those are, first thing, we need to be alert, we need to be agile, and we need to be active. And the last one is, the base of all these things is our knowledge. Without knowledge, the eyes do not see what mind does not know. So I think this is the takeaway message what we have got today. And also one of the certain basic things which are very important whenever we treat any case, either it let be a chronic case or an acute case, we don't have to change our caps, we just have to have the basic issues to deal with. And the best part of this session was the importance given to LSMC. I hope you have understood this point of LSMC, which was very, very important point. The other important point was the observations, what the physician needs to do. So whenever we take a case, we have 2 things that keep coming up. The communication between the patient and the physician. There are 2 types of communication. One is the verbal and second is the non-verbal communication. And this forms the complete case taking. Either we have to balance between what we see and balance between what we hear, and finally we have to understand how it is being told to us. It's a very important part of case taking. The last part which I actually take as, and also I think, that is the use of LM potencies. I would request Dr. Jitesh Sharma in subsequent sessions when we have, why he uses only LM potencies. And also I would like to request Dr. Hitesh Sharma about the update about the knowledge of no-source and sarcos which we use in our daily practice. Because of the conditions of cases we are getting as today, they are not virgin cases. They are the cases which have lot of inbuilt miasmatic activity. External influences are quite high. So the use of no-source and sarcos in our daily practice would be very important. Once again, I thank Dr. Jitesh Sharma for his wonderful lecture and for a wonderful presentation in the last part of our this international scientific session of homeopathy. Thank you, Dr. Jitesh.
Now I request to Dr. Vikram sir to felicitate Dr. Jitesh Sharma sir. No, sir.
include ऊपर ले लूँ थैंक यू सुन